Alrighty, once again, um, I am shooting Danny versus General. One of my favorites of the newbie Danny versus the land battle trained General, but land battle trained for better or worse in this tournament. So, per normal, I will point out Lord Skyjunk, and then two Grand Cannons, who I actually found out fire in salvos. So we will see that come out shortly, along with the great sound design coming off of them. But you will see, I think, 3 from here and 2 from here fire, and then 1 and 2. So they actually do not shoot all at once. They fire 2 and then 2. So it does make juking, I think, a bit harder. Or it will. Just an interesting little thing. It still just uses 1 ammo with the salvo fire, but a slight delay from half of them. Danny immediately brings in some Iron Hail gunners. Who will, in the near future, have a very good view of Kairos shooting straight up. They're already out there hunting. Danny does a great job through this battle with multiple Iron Hail gunners just using it to gun down flying targets. These things are immensely useful for flyer anti-harass. Kairos is already almost out of his barriers here between the Iron Hail gunners, the cannons, the archers. Everything just shooting at Kairos right now. It's funny when a cannonball hits Kairos, it just kind of hits him and then falls to the ground. I wonder if that hits a unit, if it counts similar to, like, how cannonballs can bounce through units. I wonder if it hits him and bounces to the ground, if it can still do damage to a unit below. But we will not be testing that out right now. Instead, we will just be watching Kairos get kind of successfully hunted here. Kairos did try to do a cheeky snipe of the Skyjunk, and he will eventually come back around to try it again. But this Skyjunk, 10,000 hit points. General does intelligently decide not to immediately engage in the center, other than with Kairos, but instead is kind of setting up a pincer maneuver here. Very similar forces on the left and the right, and then he brings in 2 Forsaken to charge into the middle. Now, this is the biggest, I think, error of the General in this game, is the assault that he is about to do is completely off time. Instead of it all hitting at once, it will hit in waves. So the first wave is the Forsaken, who just get torn up between our shotgun ladies up front, the Iron Hail gunners, kind of falling back a little bit while the Jade Warriors go forward, and then all the peasantry. Then Kairos kind of plans to come in for a sneaky little snipe here. But once again, we have Iron Hail gunners, we have peasants, and we will see them all find this new target. The cannons retarget on the Kairos here. And that the forces that should be shutting down all of this range are still all the way out here. Are still way over here. This needed to be delayed. You didn't need to engage. This is not a land battle where you have to take the battles that you can get. These Skyjunk will get very beat up here, but everything that can take any kind of range is pretty much shooting at Kairos here, and he will not last much longer than this Skyjunk. And Danny, after talking with him a little bit, or he saw the videos, I don't remember at this point which one did it, but brings in the peasant horseman and goes for the point. Does not charge into combat with him immediately. He knows they cannot win this. I know they're cavalry, but they are not good cavalry. They are great at running behind enemy lines and capturing these points. Kairos in his last kind of death cast here, or it was the army ability. I'm not sure which one it is, but takes out about half the health of the Iron Hail gunners here, and the Sky Junk will go down from the blue horse and the pink horse here. Trying to take out, I guess they take out the peasant horsemen as well, but everything just kind of goes bye-bye all at once here in the center. That is just a lot of range fire. The archers do run away, but they are expendable, so these Jade Warriors do not care. They will run right by and get into these blue whores while the Lord goes down. More reinforcements of blue whores come in, and they're going to kind of mulch up what was remaining of the beaten up Jade Warriors. The Jade Warriors did push off those two Forsaken, but they were still very beat up. This other pincer gets around, but loses focus and in microing all up here. These Forsaken could have, should have, would have. They sat here more than long enough to get into these cannons, but they were forgotten. Peasant long spearmen, Jade Warriors. They were here for a purpose. They're rotating around. It is unfortunate that they're going to lose their yin yang bonus here, but they are doing work. They are paying for themselves. 1,000 there, 1,000 here. I don't think you have to really worry too much about whether or not the cannons did their job. They're breaking units. General now has decided, I am done with this range stuff. Brings in 2 units of screamers. Their first target is these Iron Hail gunners. More reinforcements coming in here. Being more peasant horsemen just sneaking around the back. Just got summoned beyond this battle here and just ran for it. Didn't rear charge, anything like that. I think this was the smart move here. Capture this point. Right now, the general is just barely winning because he had those 2 points at the beginning. The other horsemen sitting up here. Nothing is going to walk over here. These horsemen came around this way and just got mulched up. Why send more? At the moment, at least. They will get there. The screamers finished there. They're now coming in for the cannons. For the other cannon. The Sky Junk comes back. I think this was actually a good call on the part of Danny. Now, this is an expensive summon for something that is definitely not paying for itself in value. But, and this is where it's like, oh, Danny probably could have brought a different lord. I think this is a fun lord choice. But he needs his general here because of Cathay's leadership, especially when facing so many demons, so many fear-causing units. General bringing in flamers, bringing in some Chaos Knights. So the heavy hitters are coming in. If they get over here, this is all going to break. But Danny, I don't know whether this was the super play or the idiotic play, but charges all his peasant horsemen in here, dissuades the knights from charging over here, and instead comes in to battle peasant horsemen. This is not a fight these knights need. This is a pointless fight in a domination battle. They're not holding a point. They need to be over here breaking here, like fighting a couple 100 points. Like, even if all those peasants are the same value as those knights, they're just going to sit there forever. This other unit, like the knights, could be over here breaking this unit of peasant horsemen. And these flamers, right now, I believe they go for this unit of Jade Warriors. They need to just be firing in here, breaking these Jade Warriors, breaking these Halberd Jade Warriors. Instead, they're going to come over here and hunt these Jade Warriors. So the general is doing what you should do in a land battle, which is finish off units. What the general is not doing is realize that he has been triple capped by Danny. And Danny's peasant horsemen here, they don't need to win this battle. They really don't need to win this battle. These Chaos Knights, completely untouched. They didn't even get through the shields. But guess what? Where they aren't? They aren't here. They aren't capturing here. Nothing is pushing these horsemen away from this point. These horsemen can come up here and threaten up here and delay the army. And delay is all Danny needs to do at this point. He is triple capped. He is 1,000 points ahead. And there is nothing heading towards 0.1 or 0.3. Danny still has range firing out here. Just occupying things. Nothing big. Chaos Knights just getting stuck on tar pit units that are almost dead. I think Flamer Fire plus these Knights in here would just break these peasants. If you could break a unit of the Jade Warriors here instead, that might make all the peasants kind of start to regret their life decisions. These units over here, they have, definitely paid for itself. This unit of Blue Horse, actually didn't quite pay for itself, but I would have thought it would have, but I would be wrong. But what did this whole battle do for the general? Not much. I guess it kept some peasant long spearmen from getting to the center. Flamers are being held up by peasant horsemen. Like this is a great play by Danny. Like the horsemen still won't win this battle, but guess what? These aren't shooting over here. Danny has just brought in tons of Iron Hail Gunner, just dropping his weight on the center because there is nothing running back out to the flanks. Instead, General is concentrating on taking out the Sky Junk again, just winning the grind battle in the middle, which didn't need to be fought even. And that ended up being Danny's first domination win. Congratulations. I actually don't think I could have done that. I'm just horrible at Cathay.